All right, this is string notes part 3. A couple more string functions. The first one is the append function, right? And that simply appends or adds or concatenates, puts together two strings. If I have string, again, recall that you have to put that up there in order to use strings. So let's make string x equals cat and string y equals dog. So append is going to return a string after it concatenates two strings. So I'm going to say string z. This is going to store what x dot append y. All this does is attach this string to the end of that string and then stores it into that string. Real simple, right? By the way, this is the string before the dot operator here is called the calling string. We call that the calling string there. So the calling string is x. So y is the string we're sending to the append function. That's just programming terminology. So y will be appended to the calling string x. So you just say this guy will be followed by this guy and will be stored into this guy. That's it. So if I just see out x, it should be, or see out z rather, I will get cat dog. Cat dog. There it is. That's it. That's it for append. That's all it does. All right. The next one's a little more intense. A little more involved, but I can do a lot more. So let's make some strings here. String A equals zebra. String B equals ant. String C equals bear, and string D equals bear also. So just like we can declare and assign strings just like we do ints and doubles and chars, we can also compare them just to see if they're equal, if they're the same string with equals as we have done before. So if I say if C equals D, and they're both bear, so they should, I will see out Saint or whatever, dog. Else see out cat. Right, I'm going to get rid of this append stuff up here. So C is bear and D is bear. So this is true. So dog should output and not cat. There it is. I can say if they're not equal to each other too. Right? If bear does not equal bear, output dog. Right? Well, bear does equal bear. So this is going to be false now. It should output cat. Good. So the only thing you can't do is you can't say less than or something like that. Or less than or equal to, or greater than or equal to. We do that. Oh, that's my dog. Get out of here. So we can compare strings, right? We can see if one string comes before another alphabetically, and that's really not alphabetically. It's called lexicographically, and it uses each letter is assigned a standard number for everyone in the world. It's called an ASCII code. It's just a standard code, and that's how it works. In ASCII code, capital letters come before lowercase letter. So actually, a capital Z, zebra, right, would technically, alphabetically, they're the same, right? But capital Z zebra will come before lowercase zebra. And also, capital Z zebra will come before ant, lexicographically. So we're just going to keep them all the same case. Now, you don't have to know any of that. Just pretend you're thinking alphabetically. You all know dictionary order. So to do this, we use the compare function. And the compare function returns an integer. Right? Let's say a dot compare b. Right? So I'm comparing a, which is zebra, to b, which is ant. Now we all know that ant comes before zebra. So this is going to return an integer. And I'll say int x. Compare is going to return an integer. A is the calling string, and b is called the sending string. And that integer is going to determine what order these guys come in. If x is positive, if x is negative, that means this guy, the calling string, comes before this sending string. If x is negative, this guy comes before this guy. Right? So x would be negative. If this were clown and this were pony, right? This would be negative because clown comes before pony, assuming they're the same case, all the same case, lowercase or all uppercase, right? If you get a positive number, that means the exact opposite. It means this guy, the sending string, comes before the calling string. That's all. And then if it's 0, then they're equal, right? So right now, A is zebra and B is ant. So zebra comes after ant, or ant comes before zebra. This guy comes before that. So I should get a positive number, right? And I used to teach how it does the lexicographical ordering and everything, and how you get that number, but don't worry about that. Just know that you're either going to get a positive number, a negative number, or a... All right, let me take a look. What happened here? Exit terminated. Let me run it again. So there it is. That's a positive number, positive integer, and you're going to get that. So if I put B here, now B is ant, and A is zebra. So if I do that, I should be getting a negative number, because ant, and just think of the number line. Okay, negative numbers come on the left, positive numbers to the right. That's all you got to remember. The guy on the left comes before the guy on the right if it's negative. And it's the opposite of if this comes first. If it's 0, that means you're the same. There's your negative number right there. So what do we do with this? Well, I can use an if statement. If x is less than 0, right, I can output these in the correct order. I will see out. If it's less than 0, B comes before A, right? Else if x is greater than 0, right? We just reverse this. And else, right, it's a 0. And we can just say out, or we're just going to see out, they are the same word or phrase, same string. Right, and I have to reverse these. Right? So whatever I do here, if I run it, ant comes for a zebra. That's correct. Let's do C and A. Ant comes before, well, oh, I forgot to put C. I got to put C here and C here. Bear comes before zebra. There it is. No matter what I put in here, this is automatically going to work. And that's it.